And with the rising sun comes a whole new world of possibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm AxionEvolved, and as you guys can see, the base is looking a little bit different. So let's go take a quick tour and see what's been going on in between episodes. So if we start down here, you can see that we have two copper lines running now. We're bringing in copper. I think it's two normal nodes. So we're bringing those in. They're in their own dedicated smelters, and they're going up. We've got the pure iron line running now, and that's going to a huge bank of smelters over here, where those two and the pure one are going, what is that, 7 smelters? And I did that because we need to build up kind of a stockpile of resources, you guys know, so that when we get to really building and really expanding, we have options. So we'll start on copper. As you can see, we are making essentially all the copper stuff right away. So our 4 copper lines split into 4 even belts, and those build a variety of things. I believe over here we have copper sheeting. You can see copper sheeting. We have tons of wire, and some of that wire is getting made into cable. So all of that is stocking up. Plenty copper resources over here. I think we're pretty much, yeah, we're like full on everything. All right, and then over here, I wanted to kind of get the iron going in the same fashion. So we'll start over here. These are coming up in 7 lines, I think, and we just kind of got them all spread out in such a way. We're over here, we're making plating, we're making rods, we're making screws, all this stuff. And if you notice, some of that stuff is being siphoned off over here to make reinforced iron plates. We're making 2 sets of reinforced iron plates. I believe these are given out 3.3 per minute. We had to downclock them a little bit because we don't have fast enough belts to be able to split 2 lines of screws, or that really we don't really have the production right now to get a full complement of the iron plates going. So there's that. Over here, they're feeding into rotors and modular frames. Yeah. So that just I've kind of been letting that stuff build up in between episodes. You know, getting it all nice and organized, getting it into these storage bins. And I stopped the smart plating for now because we don't quite need it yet. But you can see we're slowly coming up on some resources here. These are still working. Yeah. But all of this is fine and dandy, except for our power situation. You can see at our peaks, we're getting pretty close. I mean, we've got about 65-ish megawatts to spare, which is the result of... there we go. 65 megawatts to spare, which is a result of these 9 biomass burners. Now, these are incredibly tedious to do by hand. But luckily, we have unlocked, well, I'll just do it this way, coal. And with the coal, we have the ability to do coal generation for power generation. And that's 75 megawatts. And with that, we get pipes. So we need to go and set up a preliminary coal power plant, because once we get that going, then all of this hand feeding of power is gone. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's go out and find some coal nodes. And I think these coal nodes right here are going to be our early game power targets because of their proximity to water. With the coal power, proximity to water is huge because the less elevation change that you can get, the better. So with these being really close to the ground, let's go check them out. I don't know their purity. I feel like they're probably not pure nodes because that would be a little too convenient, but let's go take a look real quick. Impure. That sucks. Oh, also we've been doing a little bit of research. Oh, are you full? Alright, that's fine. We've been doing a little bit of research, which I'll get into later. Okay, so 2 impure nodes. Now, what I think I want to do, I want to kind of create a power platform down in the water. Because getting the coal up and down elevation is not a big deal. But water does not really work that way. So let's maybe a little bit higher up. So we'll start off by building a platform. Alright, so just like that, we're going to throw some coal generators down. I think I'm going to put them... So you might see... I don't know how many we're going to need, so I'm going to put down... Or not need, how many we can get. So I'm just going to put down 3 for now. Come on, line up. There you go. So you can see there's obviously a water pipe and a coal pipe. So we need to tap this coal. I'm not sure how much coal we're going to get out of these impure miners. I hope it's not 30 and 30. In fact, I don't even know how much these take. They've changed the recipes on these so much, I don't really know how much they take. I don't have any coal on me. Alright, let me go and get this all set up. Okay, yeah, so these are going to give out 30 coal per minute, which is only 60 total. So I think what I'll do is I'll just run the coal. Yeah, we need to make some water turbines too, though. Let's make the water extractors, okay? And I think I'm going to make them, maybe out here? Give myself a little bit of wiggle room. I don't know, maybe 2? I think 2 will be okay. And then, so we're going to want... Alright, so I'm going to get this all hooked up for belts, I guess, and we'll see kind of how that goes. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to hook up 2 of these generators because I don't know how much they actually they take in. It doesn't really tell me. It tells me how much that's got to be fluid, yeah. So it takes 45 meters cubed a minute, but it doesn't tell me how much coal. So of course I'm having unnecessary elevators, right? Because why not? So the plan is I'm going to have the fluid pipes kind of come in this way. So the fluid will run this way and branch off wherever necessary. So like we'll have like a junction right here. Something like that. Right? And then we'll just run the pipes. Like boom. And I think we can just run these. Like maybe run that all the way to here. And then throw the junction on when I need to. I love the way these pipes get placed. Okay, hold on. Let me line myself up here. How's that look? Not bad, I say. But we'll know for sure when we... Good enough. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to touch this one just yet. So I want to get some of the coal flowing. So I'm going to throw like a temporary biomass burner up here just to power up these extractors to get some coal flowing. You know, it'll just be like a little feedback loop, right? So we'll throw just a random biomass burner. I'll collect some crap and throw it in there. I'm attaching them to this power pole so that when I'm done, I can then attach another line back there, and then it'll start feeding itself, right? So let me just grab some crap and throw it in there. Oh man, those leaves go quick. Look at that. That's ridiculously fast. I'm going to throw this wood in too. The wood burns a little bit slower, okay. But I don't see any production yet. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Super slow. But I just need something, right? I need just enough to get some coal flowing. And then also I'm going to need somebody to get some water flowing. So I'll go collect some more stuff. Alright, so the coal made it. Now let's hook up these pipes. I've never really done pipes all that much. And I believe one pipe can hold more fluid than a pump can make. So that's kind of interesting. Let me actually try to put some of these pipes onto... I made this little ramp down here to help out with getting around, and now I think it's messing me up. If I do something down there... Hello? Come on. Does it not let me go in the water? Okay. So maybe I will... Maybe I'll have them come and join up here. Let's see how these things run. Current build mode default. Okay, what are the other build modes? Conveyor 2D. What is that? Oh. Vertical. That's interesting. The vertical is definitely cool. You know what I mean? Okay, so I guess we're going to... Oh man, do I want to just have it come up to right here maybe? Like put a junction there. And a pipeline just straight into it? I don't know. These are all things, you know, I haven't really thought about. Maybe, I don't like where that is. Let's have it come up. See, pipeline aesthetic is going to be a whole new thing, you know? Okay, so we could do something like that. Maybe. And then something like this. And have it just be right above. Now, obviously, these aren't super straight. Once I get to a point where I'm very comfortable with using the pipes, I can try to do these a little bit better, but actually, it might even be better just to kind of do this. You know, do something like this. Get rid of that pipe. Throw the junction on there. Right there-ish. And just hook straight up into it, you know? Because from here... I mean, that's kind of gross. But I could do something like this, right? I could bring this out. Kind of line them up. Where's it supposed to be? Right there? Do something like that and then just have it hook up. That way it's not like the grossest looking thing on the planet, but it still functions. Okay, let me get... Now I'm just going to throw down a biomass burner, hook it up to some power, and see if we can get some of this stuff running. Alright, and apparently this takes more power than we can make with one, so we'll make two. Because why not? Oh, it's gonna be just enough maybe. Are these running? The key is, are they gonna get enough water before the power, the what I'm using for power runs out? Oh man, it's burning through it. No. Okay, I'm gonna go get some better fuel and then, or at least more fuel, and then we'll do this for real. Alright, I didn't really get more, or I didn't get better fuel, I just got more of it. So one thing I know, if you look at these right here, these things expand when there's water pressure. You see they're kind of expanding. So that means we're getting water over here. And I know the coal's been running. So yeah, even over here, this thing should start to kick on soon. I don't know. What is it waiting for? No connection. What does that mean? To the power grid? Is it really just not connected up? That could be it. Oh, there we go. It's at least making power, right? What's our grid at? 135. So, are you not hooked up? Is that literally just me not playing well? Okay. So now, at least these two, let's see what this grid is. This is at least self-sustaining. Consumption 50, production 50. Capacity 150. Okay. So how much do these take? I believe these take 20. 20 megawatts. Okay. So 20 megawatts. And really, I could probably cut this one off and still have enough pressure. Flow rate and max flow rate. It's up to 45. Let's take a look. How much does this make? 18. Oh, it like pumps up a little. You know what? I'm just gonna hook up the second one because why not? It'll just help us in the long run. We'll just do that. It'll kick on, and I think I'm wondering if there's even enough coal for the third one. It's a really bad spot for this junction to be. Can I throw that down right here? Oh, it just moves it. That's actually really sweet. I think I'm just going to hook up the third one because why not? If we can get, 225 power from this crap, then from these crap nodes especially, then we can do all kinds of stuff, Just put this up here, and we'll see how it flows. I should probably hook it up to power. Because that seems to be an issue for me. There. And you're at least getting water. No power. What do you mean no power? Oh, because you have no coal. But now you're making power. Hallelujah. So we got at least 3 coal generators running. Now, I have options, right? So even though these are impure nodes, I can power shard them. So I can throw the power shards in and I can try to get more out of them. They'll consume more power, but that means we could put more power plants online. So there's that. Because this is just making 160 line, and if I, upgrade those to produce more, I can just turn this into a 120 line, and then I could feed, I don't know, conceivably way more. And I think I'm producing more than enough water right now. Yeah, like that's full. I could even, I know they have little water storage containers. Where are those? Organization, industrial. Can I? Oh man, I wish you could just like throw them in. Doesn't really show you an in and out, does it? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so what if I did something like this? Right? I want to make one of these. Kind of like there. Make a little buffer to give ourselves some, in times of emergency, water. Yeah, look at that. The drain rate is 250-ish? What? A net pot. Okay. So this is actually like pretty intuitive. It wants 45 a minute, and we're giving it At least 45 a minute there. What's it getting down here? Are you running low? No, you still have plenty. I think this is working. I think this is okay. Now, 225 power is already kind of more, or almost as much as all of our biomass burners back at the base. So if I threw one more on there, even by taking out, well, let's see. If I throw one more on there, assuming that these can handle it, assuming these water pumps can handle it, we can pretty much match what we're doing with just these three, with just this little coal node. So I think that'll definitely be something that we look into doing. Now, there's other coal nodes around too. Oh, those are obviously the ones we're at right now. Looks like there's some right over there. Alright, so this is the challenge. So we have a normal... What are you? What are you? One normal node, which is already more, and a pure. Okay, so if I were to put Mark 1 miners, this would be 180 coal per minute. This is definitely a candidate for supplying our actual big power plant. The only problem is, I mean, look how far we are from water. And we need the water for that. So one option is to just belt it all into a better area and bring up the water, kind of meet it all halfway. And then maybe use those impure nodes for the start of steel or something. Like maybe actually make a plant down here somewhere. In fact, that might be the actual the way forward. Maybe make something right over here and then just throw up some power lines. Clear out all these critters. Yeah, we would have a limestone node right here. So yeah, I mean, this might be a suitable spot to make a little expansion base. You know, we'll kind of, I mean, hypothetically, we could even belt all that coal over to that platform and just kind of go from there. But, you know, we got options, and it's nice to have the coal finally all at least running. I'm going to run it back to the base so that it's part of the grid, and then I'll meet you guys back there. And just like that, we're running with 495-ish. Let's see what our total consumption is. Yeah, I mean, even without the extra stuff, if we just ran off the coal, so like if these run out, we'll have just enough. So, you might have noticed also that I've done a little bit more foundation work. I ripped down all this and put this all on the same grid as everything else. Threw a lot more foundations around, just kind of made it easier to kind of get around. This is all still a starter base, so nothing too crazy. But up here, let's look at some of the research we've been doing, because I have been doing a little bit of research. Been running around. We got quite a few parts that we've scavenged from downed, you know, wrecks and all that. So that stuff we're definitely going to be looking into. But you know, we've got we're unlocking some stuff here and there. I want to get these medicinal inhalers. I could actually do that fairly like right now if I want to. But you know, just kind of see what's going on. I've done some of the Caterium research. I've just been finding, you know, random Caterium little deposits and breaking them apart, and it's let me get. I got the Mark II power poles out of that. Ooh, more inventory slots. I should probably get that. Flower petals we're eventually going to want to figure out and set our default color schemes. Again, the medicinal inhalers is just another way of getting them. I don't know. We're not quite there yet with the stators and the steel pipes. Power slugs. I've got quite a few power slugs, so I just need to throw these in the researcher. Quartz is quartz. We got a long way to go for that. But sulfur. Sulfur, we've done a little bit. I've found, you know, some sulfur here and there. And that allowed me to unlock the... It was in here, right? Yeah, it should have been... Yeah. Well, anyway, I got the rebar gun. It helps me going out on these expeditions when I'm searching for things because, you know, it's protection, right? Our little bug zapper doesn't really quite have the the punch, and we don't have the big stick yet. So there's that. I think going forward, now that we have power set up, we need to kind of figure out what the next kind of goal should be. And I want hypertubes so bad because those will really help us get around. Advanced steel production, the Mark II miners are going to be huge, but I think we have to kind of aim for the basic steel. So that'll be the goal for the next episode. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Leave a like, subscribe, let me know down below what you're thinking about the series. If you got any tips, any tricks that you want me to try out, let me know down below. I read all the comments. But with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.